All right, everybody, we're here at Premier hanging out again today. It's a pretty decent weather outside, nice and sunny. As long as you're in the sun, you're warm. So you see this coach behind me, this window is out, and that's because this just came out, and we've got a residential style refrigerator going in there. But I wanted to show you something real quick that I did on an upgrade on my coach. So let me show you this. So this would be the stock park brake knob. Most people have just a standard yellow knob, push pull. Well, on my particular coach, I went as far to order up a custom one from Iowa 80 Truck Accessories. This is not a paid promotion. I get their catalog and go through there for different LED light options and different products to be able to use. And these coaches are basically a semi-truck. So with that being said, that they're a semi-truck, if you want to get different style hubcaps, like that's the Country Coach stock ones, there's that beautiful 07. We're just getting ready to get started on it. We got one more coach in front of it that's tying things up, but we'll get started on it soon. And then you'll notice, like, I've got the full Moonies, or the top hats. Some people call them top hats, some call them Moonies. But so those are the covers that I've got, and those are available through the Iowa 80 Truck Accessories. But I wanted to show you here real quick in my coach. Get you a couple lights on here so you can see what we've got going. I've got the fresh new chrome Ace of Spades bark brake lever. So pretty trick. Got that installed today. Now that was actually for a newer style of park brake knob with the thread on. So I actually took that yellow one and modified it, and then got the newer style to thread onto it. It's a little bit of a custom installation, but I just always seen all those truckers with their big old billet dashes and their custom park brake knobs, so I thought I had to get on board with that. Comment below what you think of that. I'm sure some people like it and some people won't, but I want to take you up front, and the reason why we're doing this tour today is I'm going to take you up front, and I've got a Affinity 2009 side by side with a 2008 Magna. They're both going to be the bath and a half coach. One is going to be called a Donatello, and the other one will be called a Russian River. And that would be the floor plans of them. So let's go up front here. Love the colors on that. All right, everybody, I've made it down here to the sales area. As you can see behind me, it's pretty empty. And even this spot over here, which is supposed to have two coaches in it, is empty. So if you do have any Highline coaches, please hit me up at Brian Moto 773, and we'll work on getting that. I know we've got a trip planned down south to go get a couple coaches. So, and one of those people actually reached out to me. So I'm very happy that someone has done that, because now we're going to get actually a coach in here that we can do a tour of and show you. So today's video is going to be the differences between the 2009 Affinity and the 2008 Magna. So since we're standing right here at the very front, we'll get started with the very front. So the very front, the very upper fiberglass cap, which is what holds the windshield on both these coaches, is exactly the same. The only thing different is the lower, what we call mask. So that's going to be this section right here. Now from year to year, some of the stainless changed, but that would be the Affinity lower front mask. From 2005, until the last 2010s. Now this is going to be a Magna. It actually changed a little bit down here with this edge from the difference between 2005 and 2010, but that's the only difference. So say you got a Magna and you want an Affinity front end. If you can find an Affinity front mast that's good in a junkyard or whatever it be, you could actually put it on the front of that Magna. And then, so the only other difference is going to be the windows. You'll have rounded corner windows, where the Affinity, you'll have the square corner windows. Now the square windows are a little bit more of a hassle sometimes when it comes to foggy windows or leaks, but by this point all the leaks have really been buffed out. Sometimes there was some in the frames or the sealant around the edges. Just the main key is always get seal inspections, where these rounded corner windows are much more common, and those can be split much easier to be able to rebuild. So the next thing that would be different would be the back cap. And usually the only difference on that is going to be the stainless, because as you can see, you got the TYC number here for the tail light, which is 1155/45 it looks like. And then if you come over here to the Affinity, you're going to see that it's a TYC number again, and then you're probably going to see that it's the exact same number, an 11-5545. So the back caps are exactly the same. Now in 2007 is when the Cummins ISX was introduced to the Magna and Affinity product. Before that they were all C13s. But here we have a 1.5 bath Magna, which is called a Donatello, and here we have a 1.5 bath Affinity, which is called a Russian River. But they're both exactly the same pretty much. I mean, the only differences are when you bought an Affinity, you got to pick the exterior design and then the colors packages from the ceilings down. Now, those are really the only differences. This particular coach, I covered the hubcaps. As you can see, has actually got some different lug nut covers on here. So those would be available through the truck accessory shops. Now this Affinity has got some pretty cool paint. It's got this pearl white and this pop in the metallic. Let me get out my phone, throw some more light on here for you so you can actually see the pop in that flake. You can see it there. So I think that's a flake that's actually thrown in to the clear that goes over it all. You can see it really good here in the black. And then you can see it here in the ends of the slide rooms. So I kind of wanted to cover those things about the differences in the two on the outside. And that is all that you're gonna get. I mean, the same aqua hot, same plumbing bay. I mean, they were both made on the same production line. The only thing that slowed up production on an Affinity is when you got a lot of knickknacks and gewgaws changes, cables routed, bay entertainments where you usually didn't have bay entertainments. So with this being a 2009, it's going to have a little different ceiling package. In here, it's going to have the 2009 and 10 ceiling, which will be recessed and then have that LED lighting, not LED lighting, but an accent lighting thrown in the inside edges of that. And then 2009, you're going to see a different woodwork above the tops here. And then a different woodwork in the window boxes. But other than that, that's all that's different. Now, of course, you can change. When you had an Affinity, you'd pick the countertop. You basically, in Affinity, you'd pick from the floor all the way up to that edge. The ceiling material never really changed unless it was a special order. So, and that would have cost a much more substantial amount. But As you can see, this is going to be the toilet room and everything. Now, if you want to know what a good thorough video you want to see on a bath and a half, I've got that Donatello. I'll put a link below for it, so you can actually get a complete tour of what one of these bath and a halves are like. And then now we'll show you this 2008 ceiling treatment. And then this ceiling would have been 2005 until 2008 would have been the last year. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 would have been this ceiling treatment. And then 9 and 10 would have been that last ceiling treatment where we redesigned the ceiling. So I hope everybody enjoyed this little video I put together for you. Comment below if you want to see more things. I'm going to work on getting some chassis videos out. I'm trying to answer all the comments, just kind of doing it in videos. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Hit that subscribe button and then go ahead and comment below. But thanks again, everyone. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.